Hi everybody, welcome back to UL100ZB, Information Literacy and Technology. This module and tutorial are going to cover the use of a site that's called Weebly, which you can use to create your trail to information literacy and beyond. I do want to mention at this point that you are not limited to using Weebly. If you have other sites online, such as Google Sites or other things that maybe you've used in the past to create a free website, you're more than welcome to use that. I can tell you that I'm not all that qualified to help you with other sites or other technologies. I am a little bit more comfortable and familiar with Weebly, so I can definitely help you a lot better if you choose to use Weebly. But again, the choice is up to you. What we're going to do first is start with our UL100ZB course on Canvas, and I'm going to click on Modules. And other modules, you're going to see a new one called the Trail to Information Literacy and Beyond. We're going to go to this link first, because this will go over the requirements for the electronic portfolio that will be the Trail to Information Literacy that you will create on Weebly or another site. I want you to include first a comprehensive overview of your topic. So what I want you to do is expand this approach from the topic development assignment, and in particular the annotated bibliography assignment, where you did do a rather comprehensive overview of your topic. Go back to your annotated bibliography and see what you can expand upon even more for somebody who really doesn't know anything about your topic and needs to know a lot more about it. Then you're going to have 10 sources for an annotated bibliography that you found useful for your topic. Remember that 5 of those sources can be from the ones that you used for your annotated bibliography. So if you did a good job with that, you just have to find 5 more sources that are useful for your topic. Do a citation for each source. Do a comprehensive description, 5 to 6 sentences per description of each source, and a comprehensive evaluation, 5 to 6 sentences per evaluation of each of the source in terms of usefulness, currency, reliability, and overall effectiveness for your topic. So that's going to sound pretty familiar. Now, the next part that you need to add, though, will be 5 additional sources that you did not find useful for your topic. I know that there were several of you who found some sources for your annotated bibliography that were not useful for your topic. You could use those as part of these 5 sources if you like. Now this one, I need a description and evaluation in 5 or 6 sentences total. So you don't have to have as much with this one. But explain a little bit about each of those 5 sources, and then eventually what the drawbacks were, why you decided ultimately that you did not find that useful. So this is all part of critically thinking about the information for a topic. I do have 2 links here. This is a sample electronic portfolio that I had a student do for one of my previous classes. And this is the way that his looked. If you go to Home, here's his comprehensive overview of his topic. You could probably include a little bit more here, but again, this is something you can put in. His annotated list of sources used, he chose to do these as separate buttons. So if I click on source number 10, for example, this will open up another document, a Word document, that you can link on Weebly for the description and the comprehensive overview of each of the sources. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. And here is this annotated source, the annotated list of sources not used. Again, he chose to do those as separate Word documents. So let's go back over here. I've set up in this link a template on Weebly for an electronic portfolio. And I'm going to click on this because this will take me directly to Weebly. You can also get to it by going back to Modules and clicking on this external link for Weebly, which is just www.weebly.com. Now to log into Weebly, you have 2 choices. You can create a new account for Weebly, or if you want to connect it to your Facebook account, or if you have a Google Plus account, you can do that as well. Mine is actually connected to my Facebook account, so I'm just going to click on Login. And since I've already created that and I've already connected that to my Weebly account, I go directly into Weebly. As you can see, I do have several sites on here. I do some of my annual evaluation portfolios on Weebly, and so that's why you're seeing that right now. This is the same link that I have on our modules as a template for the Trail to Information Literacy and beyond. So if I click on this link, we're going to close this. This is what a template would look like. So what I want at the very top of your Weebly site is UL100ZB, Trail to Information Literacy and Beyond. In a second, I'm going to show you how to create some of these things on Weebly. You can change the way this background looks, which is absolutely wonderful. I want a description of the topic, an annotated list of sources used, and an annotated list of sources not used. I'm going to close this and this, and go back over here to show you how you can change anything you want with Weebly. So let's go back over here, and I'm going to start to build my site. And when I click on Design Options, this is where I can change a theme. And you can see on Weebly there's a lot of different choices that you have for your background. If you decide that you don't like it, you can always go back to the Design feature and change it to something else. But one thing you can do once you start building a site is add pages. So I'm going to click on Pages up here. So under my description of a topic, this is where I can add pages, and this is actually where you can start at this point. Let's say, for example, that I had not added this particular page. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and delete this and start all over again because I want to show you how this is going to work. There we go. And let's go ahead and start with that. So I want to add a page that would be a standard page. And this page would be description of topic. And I'm going to save and edit this. So now that I'm here, this is where I can actually change an image if I want. You have a chance, and I do encourage you to do this, you can add images or you can add photos to your Weebly site. If I edit the image, I can select a background, or I can upload my own image from my computer if I wanted to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this for right now. And what I'm going to do under here now is drag an element to add text. And at that point, this is where I can start typing in a description of my topic. I think I had foods on my mind, so I decided to start with that. But this is where you can start adding and putting in your comprehensive overview of your topic. And by the way, as you go along, everything that you do on Weebly is saved automatically. So that's kind of a nice feature. You can always go back and edit or change anything at this point. Let's go back to Pages. I'm going to move this up here. And this is where I had already created a subpage or a subcategory for a source. But actually what I'm going to do now is add another page, a standard page, and this would be annotated list of sources used. Save and edit. You see how this is starting to look now? Let's go back to Pages, because this is where I'm going to pull this one down that I already had, source number 1. And this is where I could add another standard page, source 2. Back to Pages, and you see what I'm doing is just clicking and adding these. So this is where you can start adding these pages for your sources or these subpages. So if I go to source number 1 and do save and edit, click on that. Again, this is where I can drag my text and start editing what I need to do. Under Pages, I can add, again, the standard page, and this new page would be Annotated List of Sources Not Used. And you see how that's starting to look by this point. This is where I can keep adding and building exactly what I want. I can also change the way that this looks. So for example, on source number 1, I might decide that I want something called no header. And the reason I did that was that I didn't really want that big image to be there. For anything that I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. There we go. I had an extra text box there that I really didn't want. Wanted to go back here because if I want to add a Microsoft Word document that would be my first source of information, I can click here on a link. And this is where I can upload a file from my own computer. You could also upload, if you wanted, a complete Microsoft Word document that would have all 10 of your sources that you're using, and then another Microsoft Word document that would have your 5 additional sources that you found not useful. Either way is fine with me. And I'll show you, and I'll go ahead and send you some other links to some other sample e-portfolios that students have done in previous classes. I would encourage you to start with your Weebly site as soon as possible, because this is going to be due by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, April 26th. And if you have questions, please ask me in advance. I'd be happy to work with you on this. I'm also happy to take a look at your Weebly site in advance so that you can kind of get some feedback from me. To do that, once you're done, or at any point when you're creating a Weebly site, you can always click on Publish. And I've already published this, but when you get ready to publish a new site, you will be prompted to categorize it as an education site, and you can do that. If you're prompted to pay money for Weebly, don't do it, because this particular site is absolutely free. What I want you to do is name it with your last name. In this case, this would be UL100ZB, and then .weebly.com will be included automatically. And what you'll actually do then on Sunday, April 26th, is send me the website URL, and then that'll give me a chance to take a look at it and grade it accordingly. Let's go back over here and finish up under Modules, back under the Trail to Information Literacy and Beyond. And this is the rubric that I'm going to be using to grade. So really make sure you expand your topic description. Include your 10 sources that are useful, 5 sources that you deemed not useful for your topic. Do a citation for each of those sources, both the 10 and the 5 additional ones, and make sure that you proofread this or have somebody else proofread that for few to no errors in grammar, punctuation, and spelling throughout the e-portfolio. Good luck with this, and this is why I'm giving you a lot of extra time to work on this trail. I really want you to spend some time thinking about how you're going to present this topic, and also think about somebody who doesn't know anything about this topic. Good luck.